Are you wondering, what is a pre-approval letter? Why is it important? And how do I get one? Well, keep watching because that is exactly what we are going to be talking about today. And you don't want to miss my pro tips at the end. Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Ingle and I'm a realtor with Keller Williams in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. You're going to need 3 main things to get approved for a mortgage. But first, why is a pre-approval letter even so important? Well, first, how can you start house hunting if you don't know how much you can afford? Yes, you can go on Google and type in mortgage calculator and type how much money you make and what you roughly want your monthly payments to look like. And it's gonna give you an estimate, but it is an estimate. Or you can go on Zillow, you find a house you like, you scroll down and it gives you an estimated monthly payment. Again, it is an estimate. This is not taking into account your full financial picture. What is your debt to income ratio? What does your debt even look like? What are you committed to monthly payment wise? What does your employment look like? These are all things that a lender is going to take into account, right? They're gonna look at your full financial picture. So if that's what they're gonna do, why not start there? Start with a lender. The second reason you want a pre-approval letter before you even start house hunting is, I know what the market is like here in Jacksonville, and it's like this almost everywhere throughout the country. It is a strong seller's market and houses are going quick, right? We have a nationwide inventory shortage. That means when a home comes on the market, if it's listed and priced right, it's gonna go under contract almost immediately. Your offer looks that much stronger when it is accompanied with a pre-approval letter. That lets the sellers know, hey, this person is serious and they have the funds to actually be able to purchase our home. So if you have a pre-approval letter and someone else doesn't, if this seller has an educated realtor, they're going to be advised to go with your offer that has the pre-approval letter. So how do you get pre-approved? Well, first, you're gonna need to choose a lender. Maybe you already know someone that you trust, or maybe you don't. If you don't, reach out to a realtor or ask your friends that have already purchased homes. Hey, what lender did you use and what was your experience like? Then you're gonna reach out to them and just say, I am wanting to purchase a home and I would like to start the process of getting approved for a mortgage. I wanna go ahead and get pre-approved. And what they're gonna do is they're going to send you an application. Oftentimes this can be done online, so it's super convenient. Once you start filling out the application, the lender is also going to need to know 3 main things: your income, your debts, and your assets. The lender is going to request that you provide copies of your most recent W-2 or 1099 and oftentimes your most recent pay stubs so that they can actually verify that income. Your debts. The lender is going to run your credit. You might can talk to them and ask them to not run your credit and they're going to be able to verbally give you an idea of what you can afford, but you're really not gonna know exactly how much you can afford until they run your credit. Yes, your credit is going to take a hit, which I know is so precious. We all work so hard to build and protect our credit score. But the good news is that after 30 days, those points will go right back onto your credit score and it's like nothing ever happened. And your assets. The lender is going to need to know what your assets look like. They are probably going to request that you provide your bank statements for the last 60 days. It is important that you give the lender as much information upfront as possible so that there are no surprises down the road. It is so heartbreaking when I am working with a buyer and they've been slow to provide the information that the lender has requested, and they might get a pre-approval letter and then somewhere down the line something happens, new information comes to light, and the entire deal falls through. It's so heartbreaking. So the more that you can provide up front, the better it's going to be for you and everyone else, and the more likely it's going to be that you actually do get approved for the mortgage. These key pieces of information should give the lender a good look at your financial picture, but it's possible that they might need additional information. So if they do, try to provide them with whatever they're asking for as quickly as possible. Once they have everything they need, they'll be able to provide you with your pre-approval letter, which states the maximum loan amount that you qualify for. And then you can begin your home search with confidence. Now, here are a few pro tips for you. Number 1, just because you are pre-approved up to a certain loan amount does not mean that you actually have to purchase at the full loan amount, right? Not only can the lender tell you the maximum amount you can afford, they can also give you an idea of an estimated monthly payment at different loan amounts. So it happens quite often that I might have a buyer who's approved for a $450,000 home loan, but they actually decide they want to purchase between the $350,000 and $400,000 mark because they're much more comfortable with that payment, and they knew that going in because they talked to the lender about it. Pro tip number 2. Remember when I said you want to submit your pre-approval letter with your offer? Well, say you're pre-approved for a home that is up to $250,000. You find one that you love that's listed at $230,000, but you only want to offer $225,000. If you send with your offer that $250,000 pre-approval letter, the listing agent is going to look at it and then they're going to tell their seller, why are they offering us less? They can afford way more than this home is even worth. So what you can do once you find a home that you really love is you can just ask your realtor to reach out to your lender, or just ask your lender directly and say, hey, I found a home, it's listed at this price, but I only want to offer this much. I obviously qualify for it. Will you write me up a new pre-approval letter that shows that I'm approved for the amount that we are offering? I know that seems crazy, but most lenders can accomplish this within 30 minutes max. They can shoot you over a new pre-approval letter and you can send that in with your offer, so you feel like you have a little bit more negotiating power. And this is not uncommon. So say that the seller comes back and they say, no, we are only taking $230,000. Well then, if you accept that counteroffer, your lender will just draft up a new letter saying that you're approved for $230,000. No one thinks it's weird. That's just how it goes in the game of real estate. If you're curious about the home buying process as a whole, you should check out this video where I break it down step by step. And if you found this information helpful, make sure to like this video and comment below and let me know. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Every week, I try and put out super helpful videos about real estate in general and the market here in Jacksonville. So I'll see you next week.